In mythology, a gate was never just an entrance. It was a boundary. Across cultures, gates marked the place where one reality ended and another began. To pass through a gate meant transformation, risk, initiation, or surrender. You entered as one thing and emerged as another. In Mesopotamian myth, the goddess Inanna passes through the 7 gates of the underworld. At each gate she must remove part of herself. Crown jewels, symbols of power. By the final gate she stands stripped of identity, before facing death and rebirth. The gates were not barriers, they were tests. In Greek tradition, the underworld itself had gates watched by guardians. Once crossed, return was never guaranteed. Heroes who descended entered, changed forever. In Norse mythology, gates separated worlds, great halls open to the dead, to gods, to places humans could not reach freely. Crossing required fate, invitation, sacrifice, or destiny. In Egyptian belief, the dead traveled through gates guarded by beings who demanded knowledge, names, and truth before passage. Ancient people understood something modern life often forgets. Thresholds hold power. Doorways dawn, dusk, birth grief, seasons and ends beginnings. A gate is not sacred for where it leads. It becomes sacred for what must be left behind to pass through it. Every mythology keeps returning to the same idea.
Siren comes from Slavic folklore as one of its most haunting and misunderstood beings. She appears as a woman with the body of a great bird, radiant, beautiful, and unsettling all at once. Modern comparisons often call her a siren, yet siren carries a very different meaning. Her name likely passed through older ideas, connected to the Greek sirens, and transformed into something uniquely Slavic. Siren was said to live near paradise, sacred orchards, or the boundary between the human world and the divine. Her song held extraordinary power. Those who heard it could become overwhelmed with longing, forgetting hunger, time, duty, and even their desire to return home. In some traditions, her voice revealed hidden truths and the promise of perfect peace. In others, listening too long became dangerous. People followed the sound into isolation, losing themselves in dreams and abandoning ordinary life. Unlike darker creatures of folklore, Sarang was not always malicious. She represented something more difficult to resist, the desire to leave suffering behind and reach something eternal. She is often paired with Alkanist, another sacred bird woman. Together they reflect dual forces, one carrying longing and transcendence, the other joy and hope. Siren remains one of mythology's most powerful reminders that not every danger arrives with teeth. Some arrive singing. To truly love somebody is to step out of the shallow waters of convenience and plunge into the infinite, sacred depths of the soul. It is not an agreement of the mind, nor is it a temporary shelter built from the shifting sands of human expectation. True love, in its absolute and highest frequency, is a spiritual covenant, a quiet, unshakable promise to witness another human being in the fullness of their divinity, their humanity, their light and their darkest shadows, without ever demanding that they change to suit our comfort. At its core, true love is the art of holy perception. It is the rare and beautiful grace of looking past the noisy, chaotic layers of the external world, past the defense mechanisms, the wounds, and the daily habits of the ego, to read the silent, internal landscape of the spirit. When you truly love someone, you do not love them for what they provide, how they look, or how well they fit into the story you have written for your life. Instead, you love them because their very essence resonates with yours, creating an unseen yet profoundly powerful current that can move mountains and stop time. It is a silent reverence, a deep, unconditional admiration that says, I see you, I hear you, I feel your presence, and I am fully present for it. This sacred evolution of love does not mean the path is always smooth, for true love is both exceptionally gentle and fiercely powerful. It acts as a divine mirror. When two souls connect at the level of essence, they inevitably trigger the unhealed plexus within each other. Yet the alchemy of true love lies in the willingness to hold space through that intensity. It is the courage to stand still while the old wounds surface, to offer a safe harbor where the other can let their guard down, weep, and dismantle their walls without fear of judgment or abandonment. In this sacred dance, both the light and the shadows merge, turning pain into a catalyst for profound inner transformation. Yet, perhaps the most profound mystery of true love is its capacity for absolute freedom. True love does not grasp, it does not chase, and it never seeks to manipulate or control. It understands that the soul cannot be bound by human desperation. It is a love so expansive that it honors the other person's journey above its own desires, recognizing that sometimes the ultimate expression of love is to hand them back to the divine, trusting that God is writing the story. It is the ability to say, even if our paths must diverge, even if years pass without contact, I am eternally grateful that our souls crossed in the great expanse of time. The sheer gift of your presence has healed me, and I return that love to you unconditionally, wishing you endless blessings wherever you may walk. Ultimately, to truly love someone is to catch a glimpse of the Creator through human eyes. It is an unconditional state of being that softens us to the very core, instilling a quietness that pulls us inward and connects us properly to the universe. It is a reminder that we are all homesick travelers searching for belonging, and that in the pure, unselfish love of another, we have finally found our way home.